Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault but mine. And if I die, my soul.
This next poem was requested by Henry Everett, a brilliant actor whom you may have seen most recently as the Duke of Chesterton, being interviewed by Jonathan Pye. A powerful and unambiguous performance, grimly hilarious and shot through with truth. Henry is married to an actor who is one of the most courageous young women I've met, having turned traumatic events in her own life into a vital support network for others. This she's done whilst continuing to work and be a mother to 2 youngsters. I've not met the newest edition yet, but his older sister has the unique distinction of being the only neonate that I've met who immediately smiled and held out her arms to me. All others tend to recoil noisily from what they perceive as something large, dangerous, and possibly hungry. Of course, it may just be that early on she was inured to size, beards, and the hint of bellicosity, her grandfather being Mike Putnam, a strapping founder member of the Strolling with Chums fraternity. Henry has asked me for one of Roald Dahl's Revolting rhymes, but left the choice to me. As I've touched lightly on eating infants, and we are all currently terrifyingly conscious of danger lurking outside the door, I've chosen a little of each theme in this one. Little Red Riding Hood and the Wolf. As soon as Wolf began to feel that he would like a decent meal, he went and knocked on Grandma's door. When Grandma opened it, she saw the sharp white teeth, the horrid grin, and Wolfie said, "May I come in?" Poor Grandmamma was terrified. "He's going to eat me up," she cried. And she was absolutely right. He ate her up in one big bite. But Grandmamma was small and tough, and Wolfie wailed, "That's not enough. I haven't yet begun to feel that I've had a decent meal." He ran around the kitchen yelping, "I've got to have a second helping." Then added with a frightful leer, "I'm therefore going to wait right here till little Miss Red Riding Hood comes home from walking in the wood." He quickly put on Grandma's clothes. Of course, he hadn't eaten those. He dressed himself in coat and hat. He put on shoes, and after that he even brushed and curled his hair, then sat himself in Grandma's chair. In came the little girl in red. She stopped, she stared, and then she said, "What great big ears you have, Grandma!" "All the better to hear you with," the wolf replied. "What great big eyes you have, Grandma!" said Little Red Riding Hood. "All the better to see you with," the wolf replied. He sat there, watching her, and smiled. He thought, "I'm going to eat this child. Compared with her old Grandmamma, she's going to taste like caviar." Then Little Red Riding Hood said, "But Grandma, what a lovely great big furry coat you have on." "That's wrong," cried the wolf. "Have you forgot to tell me what big teeth I've got?" "Ah, well, no matter what you say, I'm going to eat you anyway." The small girl smiles. One eyelid flickers. She whips a pistol from her knickers. She aimed it at the creature's head, and bang, bang, bang! She shoots him dead. A few weeks later, in the wood, I came across Miss Riding Hood. But what a change! No cloak of red, no silly hood upon her head. She said, "Hello, and do please note my lovely, furry, wolfskin coat."
Nobody's fault but mine. Nobody's fault.